Our mission: Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background. Attendance today at this meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning from and sharing with other parents whose child has passed. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome.
Unmute myself. There we go. I was coughing, trying to get my throat cleared. So I'd like to go ahead and introduce Pauline, who is a certified medium through Mark Ireland. She did his program, and such a nice person. And Pauline Mason has been certified by Mark Ireland, and Irene Vouvalides had a wonderful reading with her. Pauline has been touched with the gift of clairvoyance since the age of 12 years. Her psychic abilities have developed further over the years, and she now works as an international clairvoyant and medium. She travels across Great Britain and Europe, giving private readings and spiritual healing. Her work also involves offering spiritual teaching. Her greatest pleasure is witnessing the joy on people's faces after offering guidance and delivering messages from their loved ones in spirit to help people on their journeys through life. And her website is www.psychic-paulinemason.co.uk. I will put that in the chat box. But before that, I'd like for Irene to just read about the reading that she had with Pauline, if you guys would be willing to listen. So go ahead, Irene. Are you there?
She's not, she's muted.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I muted myself. I had a fabulous reading with Pauline, which was arranged by Mark Ireland and conducted under the controlled condition of his testing process for mediums. We met each other. We both received a link, and we met each other at the time of the meeting. So there was no way she could know who I was, or I didn't even know who I'd be speaking to. She connected me with my daughter, Carly, with my parents, and with two dear friends who had passed that have never come through in a reading before. Pauline mentioned my daughter. She mentioned Carly describing a stone of hers that I had set in a pendant, and it was on a gold chain. I wish I would have worn it today. I don't have it on, but I hadn't told anyone. I had Carly's diamond stud earrings, and I lost one of the earrings, and I had the other one made into a pendant, and it's a necklace that I just treasure. So I know Pauline is going to bring so much comfort to anyone who has a reading with her, and I'm just so thrilled that she's willing to do this for all of us today. So thank you again, Pauline.
Thank you.
And welcome. So here she is, Pauline Mason.
Hi, everybody. Just very quickly, a little bit about me. You will find, particularly those of you that are training to be mediums or want to work with it, that your jobs have quite an impact on whether or not you're going to be a spiritual person. And I started as a hairdresser, so I was always listening to people, always wanted to learn and understand. And then I went on to do some night nursing at a very old geriatric hospital, which taught me how to deal with death. And from there, I went to work with children who had really bad learning difficulties and loved that, did that for 6 years. But I ended up in hospice, which was my joy. And that is how to really embrace life, because all ages, we took them in at 18, never before that. and to talk to people that you know aren't going to get over it. But Jen, do you know miracles do happen, and we have spiritual healers, and I've certainly helped with some of it, and sometimes those tumors can go, which gives us great inspiration from the spirit world, is what I want to say to you. So a little bit about me, of my job, but I certainly wasn't like that at 20. I was probably one of the most obnoxious little madams that ever walked the earth, but we learn and we change, and that's what this is about. Well, during the day today, I had a couple of youngsters come in to join me. So I'm going to throw this out, and hopefully somebody can pick this up here. And I want a lad, I want a son. He's very lean in build, and he showed himself to me in a car, and he got involved in some sort of a drug abuse here. He's very, very gentle as he comes to talk to me, and I know that one of his parents must be here today. So I just wonder if anybody can understand any part of this story.
I am asking that people, okay, so Carol Hennessy is saying yes. Let's see, and Kristen Nash is also, and Eric is maybe. Kimberly is a son that passed at 24. Anna is yes, and Pilar is yes for her. So maybe if you could give a little bit more information.
Right, so let's go back into this again. He showed me a little bit more now, and I know he was doing something. I don't know if he was sniffing something. I don't know much about drugs, so, but I know his nose was sore, and I know he lost body weight, and I know that he got involved in this, and this wasn't really him. He got involved with the wrong people, and he got involved with taking these drugs, and it got more and more and more, and I can see his hand coming out, so I know that he would have taken from his family to fund this habit, and I know that his mother really tried with him, even to the fact of restricting him so he couldn't get out, but it was to no avail, because it was just something that happened, and it was one thing, and it just took his life. So is that making any sense to anybody else that was listening there?
Does okay, so Kimberly's saying my son stole from me often. Anna's saying accidental OD after the loss of my other son. Pilar is saying yes for me. Let's see. So Carol is saying yes, makes sense. So we have
Got a lot there.
Kimberly, Anna, Pilar, and Carol, who it looks like, oh, maybe Betty too.
Okay, I want to impress upon the fact that he's very slim. He's very slim, and his hair's sort of, I want movement in the hair. It's not dead straight hair.
Okay, so Pilar's son is very slim. Anyone else have slim with some movement in the hair of these people that we were speaking to? No?
But I do feel that this was either an injection, it was one too far, and it took his life.
So Carol's saying he's slim skinny. Kimberly is saying my son lost 40 pounds when he was in active addiction. Let's see, Eric is saying my son had lost weight. He was a very athletic, slim build. Betty's hair, the son's hair is very straight, so that wouldn't be it. B was slim when he passed, and this is Carol saying that my son is slim and tall, straight hair. Carol is wavy hair. Now Carol Hennessy, she also took the slim skinny. I think that we may be with Carol from what I can tell, unless someone else feels that it's more geared towards them. Can we?
Okay. Can I just say, he just shows me a bottle of beer, so I know he would have drunk beer as well.
Okay, Carol. Let's see. Kimberly's also saying her son's hair was fuzzy. I feel this is my son. Yes, beer for Kimberly. Carol says, yes, he drank beer. So Kimberly, is he slim? That's the question too here. Kimberly's son is slim. Maybe we could bring both of them on, Kimberly and Carol, if that's okay. Would that be okay with you, Pauline?
Yes, that's fine. That'll be much easier if I've got them in front of me, then I can.
Okay, so Kimberly, is it, here we go. I'm going to ask you to unmute, and then Carol, where are you, Carol? I should be able to see you on the front page because you're usually on here so quickly, but I don't. So let's see here. Sorry, this is always a process trying to find the people. Oh, I
did it, Elizabeth.
Oh, thank
I
you.
did it.
I
Okay.
see you unmuted her. Thank you. Okay. So, so we have Carol and Kimberly. I'm going to go ahead and pin Carol's video, and then I'm also going to, so here we go for Carol. And then we also have Kimberly, who's back on the front page. Here we go. So I'm pitting, there we go.
So shall I speak now? Can I work?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So Kimberly, can you hear me?
Yes.
And you understand everything I've said?
Yes.
And would he have also had an interest in music?
Music? No. I mean, he listened to music, but he did not, I mean, he didn't play music or anything like that. He listened to music.
He's not telling me he actually played, but he shows me a guitar. So I don't know if there was a guitar or somebody had a guitar, but he shows me a guitar.
Recently, we were going through some photos, and he was playing a guitar with with his nephew, my grandson, his nephew. He was playing a guitar with him.
That feels really strong here. The other lady, did she understand any of that before I carry on here?
Carol, are you there?
I can't take the guitar. He had an interest in music, but he did not play the guitar.
Right. I really feel it's here with Kimberly, but please carry on listening and I'll just carry on working. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So as he comes closer, he's very upset, but he's very thrilled to be talking to you because in his words, and remember I'm English and I would have a different terminology, very upset that he couldn't pull himself back from this. He tried, he really did. And he said he had the full support of his family around him. And I feel there must have been other youngsters around him. Were they siblings, other siblings?
He does have siblings. He was the youngest,
Right.
but Stephen passed. We had sent him to a rehab, and he was doing really well, and he passed 6 days after rehab.
Yeah. And he said that it was like putting him in a sweet shop, and once he was sort of thinking he could cope with it, but he couldn't because it was just one step too far. But he wants to go back on his life. He must have liked sport and water and all that sort of thing.
Yes.
He shows me rackets, so I don't know if he played tennis or what he did with that. But I also want to say that he was quite clever as well. He had great potential.
Yes, very funny.
Very, very good potential. Did he have anything wrong with a foot? Because he's just shown me his foot and it's looking really, I don't know, thin, very thin.
No,
Okay.
No, not that I'm aware of. Mm-hmm.
All right, it just shows me a foot, so I can't not go with what he's trying to show me. But he says that he's met up with many other children, which is lovely, because he wasn't actually a child as a child, but he's met up with many more. But he comes forwards today and he gives me a white rose to give you, which is a peace rose, which is eternal love for me from the spirit world to you.
Oh,
and there's I don't know if it's a smell. I feel there's a smell, but I feel he also interferes with music or the car radio or something electrical he's messing about with.
Oh, he's always messing with electrical things. Always. My fans, my lights. Always. I get a lot of signs from electrical with Stephen a lot.
Okay, who's Robert or Bob?
Robert or Bob. I can't think of anyone.
Right. Okay. I feel that's connecting to him, but I'm not gonna stay on it because I'm just gonna touch on it. But his main reason, he must have loved Christmas because he's bringing Christmas trees in here. And I feel although he was skinny, he would have liked sweet things because he's wanting to eat stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, he had lost a lot of weight because of his he was always thin, always tall and thin, but he had lost a lot of weight with when he was in active addiction.
Yeah. He got in with the wrong crowd, and he could not get himself out of it. And he tried so hard. And I feel he would have sat and cried with you.
Oh yes.
I feel there's many pictures of him. You've got pictures up, you talk to the pictures, and I can see a candle, so I know at set times a candle's lit for this boy.
Yes, I have a picture of him when I walk into my main living area, and there's candles in front of that. And I talk to him every time I walk in that room. I say something to him.
He suddenly, I don't know if this means anything to you, he's suddenly given me a jigsaw. Do you understand what I mean by jigsaws? They're puzzles. In England, they're puzzles. And
Puzzle.
you fit them all together.
I have in front of that picture, I have a mosaic heart that has pieces of stone in the heart. Yeah.
That's fine. And for me, it looked like a jigsaw. So just confirmation that he's here with you and comes with so much love, so much love. And
Wow.
and a big thank you for all the help that you gave him.
Thank
Big
you.
help. I'm going to leave that love with you. Bless you and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you. The second person that I had earlier on was another lad, and he'd taken his own life. And this was a hanging, and I could see that this morning, and he just passed me, and then I saw this, and I feel that he got to a point in his life that he couldn't face life. I do feel there was some sort of an abuse going on around him, but I also feel there was an emotional thing going on here because he shows me his heart. But a very, very lovely boy again. So does anybody understand this? This is a suicide.
There are a few, yes. We have Benita and Dee, Lori, Allison, Susie, and Jan, as well as another Lori. So possibly if you could give a little bit more information.
Let's get into this a bit more. He shows me bicycles, so I know you like to ride a bike. He also showed me fast trains going through, so I don't know if they live near trains or trains were connected in any way with his life. I see a pile of books, so I know he could study as well. That was all here. I want a love of animals as well. And I don't know if somebody had tropical fish or fish in a pond in a garden. I'm being made aware of that. I'm being made aware of palm trees flying about in the wind as well. And definitely jeans. I definitely want to be putting jeans on with this lad.
Okay, so we still have Benita, Laura, and Jan, who are, so Benita's saying, oh gosh, yes to both. Laura's saying bikes, yes. Jan is saying yes. And then Irene is saying fits me all except for the palm trees. So we still have 4.
Okay, the lady that didn't understand the palm trees, was there a holiday that you took him on and there were palm trees?
So Irene, was there a holiday that you, let's see. Susie is saying everything but the palm trees for me too. I guess that it's important to just wonder, okay, Susie's saying Disney for us. So there are palm trees in Disney, that's for sure. And then Lori's saying we had a birthday for him and had a palm tree balloon.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then, Irene is saying yes, palm trees and Madeira.
Yeah, that has to be palm trees. I quite like the feel of the palm tree balloon. And do you understand everything for the lady that's connecting to me here? Does she understand everything I said there?
So Lori, with the palm tree balloon, are you connecting to everything else with the bicycles as well as the hanging, as well as,
Crane,
let's
fast
see.
cranes.
Yes, are you, let's see, Benita's saying palm trees significant for her family. Lori's saying not sure about the bicycle. So maybe not. Benita's saying palm trees are significant to her family. Again, Irene is saying palm trees in Madeira. And Irene Lewis again is saying all fits hers. So maybe we should just,
I just need to go to somebody that the whole lot fits. And he's now showing me a tiny baby. So has there been a child born since his passing that would carry part of his name? So it's got to be a boy child.
so Irene, you were saying that all fits. Susie's saying yes. Laura is saying yes as well. So all of those things are fitting for both of you. Is that correct? For both of you? Not his name. Okay.
Okay, but the baby's been born and it must have something connecting to him because he's telling me about it. But it's, and is it a boy? It's got to be a boy.
Okay. So it's got to be a boy, not a baby, since he had a little niece when he died. So that's not a boy. Laura Conley is saying yes. Laura is saying that 2 children are named after him. Is that so? One of them would be a boy then? Is that right, Laura?
And Laura understands everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura has said that she's, yeah, both. Yes. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and just unmute Laura if that's possible. And then you're unmuted. You need to unmute yourself too. Oh no, I'm sorry. Lori, I'm trying to find Laura Connolly and I
Not
don't
me.
know. Sorry, but I'll
That's
just mute you again. Sorry about that. So I need your help, Irene, too. If you can find, oh, here she is. There she is. It's good
Yeah,
to
I'm
wave
looking,
your
I'm
arms
looking.
around in the air. Okay, I'm not. There we go.
Hi.
So
Hi,
here we
hi,
are.
hi. So thank you for coming forward. So you understand everything I've said here.
I do. Yes.
Thank you. And do you understand that he would have been emotionally upset?
Yes.
And do you understand also that he would have tried to talk about it, and then there was a period of time that you felt he was doing okay,
Absolutely. Yes.
and that's when it happens.
Right. Yeah.
That's when it happens. And he said that he thought long and hard, and for whatever reason in his life, he felt completely worthless. He felt as if he'd not succeeded, but I see a broken heart as well. So there must have been an emotional problem there as well.
Right. Yes.
But
Yeah.
he never felt good enough, but he was more than good enough. And he was a very loving, caring lad, very loving.
He was, yes. Very successful too, but never felt that way.
Yeah. And I've just heard him say doctor. Did he want to go into medicine, or is there a doctor in the family, or
No, but his sister is going through for med school. That's the plan.
Great.
Yeah.
That's it. That's great.
Yeah.
So he's aware of what's going on here. Okay. It's a very strange thing to show me. Would you have had this lad cremated?
Yes.
Because he's showing me the casket. Did it take you a while to decide what to do with it? Just answer me a yes and a no on that.
Yes. Yes.
And have you finally done it now?
No.
Right. He says it needs to be put to rest, and he actually showed me, which I thought was quite bizarre, of digging a hole and putting it in, but it's got to go somewhere where you can have a memorial to him.
Okay. We've been contemplating that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay to put them underneath. It's okay to scatter. It's what's right for you. But he said you need to do it. You need to get on with it.
I've got him right beside me right now.
Oh, bless his heart. Bless
Yeah.
his heart. All right. And did you keep, is there something to do with a leather belt as well? Did you keep a leather belt, or was there something to do with?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was part of his passing too.
Yeah, the leather
Yeah.
belt. Okay. He shows me like sort of big old gangster cars. So did he like that sort of film or movies or stuff like that?
I'm not sure, he may have.
The only way I can sort of say Bonnie and Clyde, that type of stuff, gangsters, big black cars he's showing me
Hmm.
here.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. But he was clever. He was clever. He had a good brain.
Very smart. Yeah,
And
very.
he would have helped other kids coming along that weren't as clever as he was.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now this might just be something completely different. Did you ever have a kiddie, or did he have a friend or some connection with a child that would have had a hair lip? Do you know what I mean by that? Where their
Oh,
lips isn't joined. Do you have anything like that around you at all?
oh, not that I can think of.
No, don't
But
worry.
that doesn't mean it doesn't,
No.
maybe he knew of somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's got to be something else. It might even be another energy just coming in, because I've just seen that. That's his main message today. And bananas, did he like bananas? That's the party, isn't it?
Yes, and so do I. I
It's the
just had banana cheesecake a few
Fine.
minutes ago.
Oh, okay. But I feel that you kept so much of his stuff, so much of it.
Everything. Yeah.
And was there still a room just left?
Yes, his bedroom's exactly the way it
Yeah,
was.
just
Yeah.
left. He shows me that, and all sorts of things in it. And I see lots of trainer shoes. I don't know if he had lots of trainer shoes, but I can see them all over the floor in there.
Yeah. Train issue, meaning trains like car trains, or?
No, they go on your feet. We call them
Sneakers. There's
trainers.
sneakers.
What do you call them? Sneakers or?
Sneakers.
Oh, sneakers. Yes. Yes.
But again, he definitely talks about jeans.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
jeans.
always in jeans. Yeah.
And okay, he's now bringing in the film with Olivia Newton-John, that Grease film. So did he like
Grease.
that? Yeah, did he like
Yeah.
that film?
He did.
Yeah,
Yes.
great. He brings that in as well. And I know you've got his handwriting as well, because he says she's got my handwriting.
I've got it right here on my arm.
Bless you. Bless you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know we've got Mark Island connecting here, but do you know of another Mark? Because he just says Mark.
Oh, it's the third time that name has come up in a reading for us, and we cannot figure the exact reason why the name Mark keeps coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had it mentioned once before that it may be someone that his girlfriend will meet on her path.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I know he wants to say that. And as soon as you've said this girlfriend, is this a very pretty girl?
Yes, very pretty.
Very pretty girl. But she holds herself to blame for some of this. I don't know if they'd had a row or an argument or something, but she holds herself to blame. But he just says, tell her it was within myself.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was within
absolutely.
myself. He writes July up here. So do we have an anniversary or something in July?
In July.
July?
I'm
First-
terrible with dates. I'm terrible with dates.
And
I'm
first of all,
not
he
sure.
gave me the 8th, and then he went to the 11th. So I'm going to leave those dates with you,
Okay.
because that's what he's given me. But do what he asks and get that sorted out, and you'll feel better, because it'll be for him. Although he is released and free and a completely wonderful free spirit, that will help you.
Thank you so much.
I hope I've helped you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. I now have seen a little girl on a trolley going in a hospital, and she's got I don't know if it's oxygen on. It looks like oxygen on her little face. She doesn't look a very big kid. I'm not sure what's happened to her yet, but I can see her being rushed into the hospital. They're running with this kid, and I see her hooked up to all sorts of machinery here as well, and it was touch and go, and I'm watching the machines going along, and then suddenly the heart stops, and I see them trying to do something on her chest here, but there was no coming back from it. I'm not being told what's actually happened to her, but I can see this rushing through the hospital on this bed with the oxygen and the machines, so linking up to some sort of a life support. So does anybody understand this little
Yes.
girl?
we have Shelley who said that could be me. My daughter had oxygen. Also, Karen is saying could be me. Vaibhavi is saying yes. And let's see, Benita is saying could be me, and Diantha is saying could be me. So these are all girls
Right.
who
And
came
they
to
would
the
have been
hospital
rushed into
with
hospital.
oxygen. Okay.
Oxygen. And would they have, would she have been monitored and the heart stopped and they tried to start her again?
Kim is saying my daughter rushed to the hospital and passed of cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Anita is saying yes as well. Karen is saying yes as well. So,
Okay. And would any of these mums, parents here have any connection with asthma? Would the kiddie have suffered with the lungs at all?
let's see. So Diantha is saying cardiac arrest. Anyone have asthma that might have been as a reason? So Benita's saying no. Karen's saying no. Vaibhavi, no. Diantha is saying no. So far, let's see. Kim is saying they did chest compressions for hours, no asthma, but had breathing issues. Is that a
Breathing
possibility?
issues. Okay. Okay. Let's just work with this. A pretty little girl, like I can see her laying there, and beautiful pale skin she's got. That's really attracting me. And as she opens her eyes, these are beautiful eyes that are looking up at me. But it's almost like she was taken in an unconscious state, or very, very near the edge. So hence the oxygen. And I know that she got to a resus unit, but they couldn't save her. They couldn't save her. And I know they would have put some sort of an injection. I don't know if this is into the heart or an injection to try and stimulate something as well.
Well, Kim is saying 15 years old, very pretty, blue eyes, lots of injections. So she's the one that initially said that they did chest compressions for hours, no asthma, but had breathing issues. And actually Karen is saying same thing as Kim, 15 years as well. So do you have maybe a kind of age range, because some people are asking how old?
I would have said around 15 by the look of her, maybe a little bit younger, but there must have been a favorite doll she had. I'm not saying she had the doll with her, but there must have been like a rag doll or a favorite doll, because she suddenly just produces this doll.
Okay. Diantha is also saying 14 years for injections and for getting her heart started. Okay, people are all saying no doll, no doll, no doll. Okay, so.
Okay, I can see that doll. So I'm not saying that she had the doll with us, but if you look into her growing up period, there must have been a time in her life that she would have loved this doll and took it with her everywhere.
Diantha is saying no doll. I have a rag doll. And then, oh, Kim is saying American Doll Girl. That's something that is actually very common here in the States. So Kim is the one that has had 15 years old, very pretty, blue eyes, lots of injections. She's the one who had breathing trouble, cardiac problems. Maybe we should bring her on, if that's okay. So her name is Kim Hutchinson. Would you be willing to just work with, let's see. So Kim, are you helping me, Irene, to find Kim? Kim, wave your hand. There we go. Got
Yes, please
you.
wave.
Got you. Okay. So I asked you to unmute, and now I'm going to pin you so that you can be seen. So do you see her, Pauline?
Yes, I can. Hi, Kim. Hi.
Hi.
So you understand? Don't understand the doll at all? A rag doll?
American Girl doll is it. They're expensive. We have to take a vacation to go purchase this doll.
Big thing about the doll. That's what she was saying. There was a big thing about the doll. And was this young lady quite fashion conscious? Because she makes me wear her shoes.
Diva, head to toe. Yeah.
Yeah, she's making me wear the shoes, and she's standing up and she's turning around and she's showing me how she looks, and she's messing about with her hair. But this heart condition, she tried not to let it affect her life.
Yeah, it was short term. It was created by the complications of the disease that took her.
Right. Okay. But this was this feels to me like a progressive thing.
Probably over about 3 months. We're still waiting on autopsy.
Right. Was there any time this girl went into a wheelchair? Did you have to get her from A to B?
No, but 48 hours before we're in the mall, and just
Yeah.
before we took her to Emerge, and she was having a lot of trouble walking, and I thought about getting her a wheelchair.
There was some thought of the wheelchair here, but she was a typical youngster. She loved life. She experimented with stuff, but she was inside frightened because she knew that there was something going on that she couldn't control it.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? She couldn't control it. And I feel she got frustrated with it. Who's Diana? She's just shouted Diane. If you don't understand it, I'm going to carry on, because I just so much want to work with this kid. And perfume. Did she pinch your perfume?
Yes. Yeah, I got one right here.
The perfume. And she's fascinated with bags as well. So I don't know, it was special bags, but it had to be good. It was no good buying us something from, I don't know your cheap shops. I only know my own out here. But she's absolutely lovely. And was there a red coat? Is it her red coat or is it your red coat?
I would say more of a red hoodie.
Yeah. Okay. Red. I definitely want red.
Yeah, it was definitely, and she wanted a red grad dress in the future. Yeah.
Definitely want red. And she was already planning ahead, but this feeling that I'm getting coming over you, as if you knew that you'd really got to be careful here.
Yeah, it's complicated, but we already had her tested for disease and they missed the lab, so they told us no. So I was a little bit on edge, because I'm like, how could it not be this disease? But then it was it's big bad story. It's she should have been saved. Yeah.
And she's making me swallow, and I'm having a job to swallow. So was there any problem in her throat area?
Could have been just lots of tubes at the end, and just like she had about a 48-hour lots of breathing issues.
Right. Okay. They tried really hard, and they tried really hard for her. And I can see you praying. I can see you, please, and we can never really understand, Kim, why they're taken from us so young, and it's heartbreaking. But all I can say is she's here. She's absolutely full of it. She stood right next to me at this table here with me. And it's as almost she was fascinated with that. She had to be slim. She couldn't bear to put on weight. And I don't even know if she may have possibly even had some sort of an eating disorder where she wouldn't eat properly. But she was very fussy about how she looked. And she's putting... Sorry?
Oh, I just said she had just really got into all sports and dropped 20 pounds.
Yeah, but she's putting glasses on here. So was it some sort of a designer sunglasses, or did she actually wear glasses?
More sunglasses.
Okay. And did you buy her a ring? Because she's showing me a ring on her finger. Was this a little signet ring? A little...
That I'm not catching. I'm not sure about that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
It's just like a little heart, and I feel it was something she would have had quite young.
Okay. Not calling. Yeah.
But she liked bling. She tells me she liked bling. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Comes with so much love, and I see her reaching out, and there must have been a best friend she was really close to.
Yeah.
And I want to reach out to that best friend, and I can just see her sitting looking. You must have a lovely Head and Shoulders picture of her.
Oh yes, very much. It actually went on hairdresser's webpage.
Yeah, a Head and Shoulders, absolutely stunning, beautiful hair. She comes with so much love, so much wanting to be part of life again. And please don't think that she's sad, because she isn't. They obviously miss us, but we miss them more because they're going on to so much more, so much more. So I'm going to, oh, she just held up a charm bracelet. Is that hers, or have you got a charm bracelet?
Well, she got a brand new gold bracelet for Christmas, like 6 days before she passed.
Okay. Okay, the bracelet. And that's really all I want to say. She's brought a teddy bear in here now.
That's huge. My daughter had made teddy bears for the family and put little voice recordings, so when you press the hands, you could hear their voices.
Okay. Okay, that's fabulous evidence. That's the sort of stuff I like to find. All right. And another name, if this isn't for you, then I know the link's starting to move. Kathy.
No,
don't worry. I will find all my names. Thank you very much for working with me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bless you. Right, okay, so let's get back into this again and see. I'm trying to find the girls. There's loads of boys wanting to come, but I'm trying to find the girls. Oh no, I can't. There's a boy. Okay, they're all pretty slim, these lads that are coming in here, but he's on, like, I don't know if it's a dirt track bike or a bike. And it's something to do with his head. I feel there was an accident. I can see a helmet, but it's not there, as if the helmet wasn't worn or didn't want to be worn. And I can see him going up and down. So this, I don't know if it actually had a motorbike engine in it, but I can see it's like dirt track riding, and that's what he's showing me. But he had an accident and he hit his head. And I'm feeling that I'm not feeling he passed straight away. I'm feeling he was taken into hospital and he was unconscious. And then they realized that there was a lot more damage actually done to the brain, because I can see a bleed. I can see a bleed coming on the brain. So does anybody understand that so far?
I am writing everything down right now, and I'm just seeing if anyone is in the brain. Does anyone identify with what I have written here? He had a dirt bike, he's slim, he had an accident. His helmet seemed to be off when this happened. He hit his head during an accident and he was in the hospital, bleed in the brain. I actually, Irene is saying that there are people that we know who might be, actually the one you're thinking of it's not Kim, because yes, he passed right in Puerto Penasco. Let's see. Okay, Carol is saying that he had an accident and a brain bleed, but that was not how he passed. It has to be on a dirt bike. Is that right, Pauline?
Well, I felt he had that sort of an activity, but it's the brain bleed, and I don't feel he came through from it.
Okay. Does anyone identify with a young man who had a dirt bike? There are a lot of kids in Arizona, and actually I have a very close friend who is our Cave Creek affiliate leader, and he's slim, had an accident. It wasn't a dirt bike, and his helmet was off, and this happened. Is it possible for me to take it for her? Because I'm
Yes, yeah,
sure this is him.
absolutely.
And I wouldn't be surprised. He's almost like a son to me as well. I knew him.
Right. It's like being a spirit messenger. So let's just run this back. So it was definitely a bleed to the brain that took his life.
Yes.
And a head injury, very bad head injury.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you don't understand the dirt bike. So would he have ridden a bike, or is there some bike?
Yes. he was on a bike. It was a Harley though, which is not a
Okay.
dirt bike.
All right, so he was on a bike. So my mistake. So let's just see where I'm gonna
And he always wore his helmet. I just want to just throw that in there. That day he was not wearing it because he was on a very quick
Yeah.
errand.
Yeah, that's the crucial bit of the message that I know I need to get to here. Did he smoke?
I don't think he did. I really don't know though, but I am pretty sure that he didn't. But you might be right. I'll have to ask Carol.
Okay. These things, we call them roll-ups in England. So you make them.
Mhm.
You make them. And I can see that. But I can see that this bike was his pride and joy.
Actually, it was his dad's pride and joy. He had another one and he borrowed his dad's that day. So, but it was, yes, he did. That was his dad's.
That was his dad's bike. Okay. So why has he come here today? Does the father figure here, the father is he holding himself in a place of guilt over what happened here?
I think that I can't really speak for him. He's done a lot of incredible healing, and I think a lot of people here know him very well. I think that probably in the beginning, I think that he's gotten a lot better as time has gone by.
Because the boy wants to talk about his father. He wants to talk about his father, and the boy shows me a watch as well. That's the last thing he shows me. So there has to be a watch. Either a special watch he was bought or somebody kept the watch.
Well, I will find out about this because the watch is something that I don't know about, but I will definitely find out for you, and I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my goodness, Carol just came in. I'm wondering
Yes,
if
I texted her.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad you texted her. So I'm going to unmute Carol, if that's okay. Carol, could you just raise your hand so that I can see you, sweetie? Oh, here she is.
I can't see. Where is she? Oh, hi.
I'm asking her to unmute, and now I'm going to pin her video. I have a feeling that Pauline has Tyler here. So, and everybody else thinks so too. So if you could maybe just answer some questions for her, that would be wonderful.
Sure.
Hi, Carol. Hi. So,
Hi.
what were the last couple of bit? Well, let's start from the beginning. I saw him normally a hat on, but this day there was no hat.
Helmet is, yeah.
Helmet.
Yes.
And he hit his head and there was a brain bleed.
Correct.
Now,
correct.
Did he ever smoke?
Yes, he would smoke. He would smoke those
roll-ups,
those cigars that look like cigarettes.
All right. Okay, I'll take it as that because he just showed me that as well.
And he smoked marijuana.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Okay, and he talked about a watch of his.
Yes.
You understand that? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
He talked about the watch. Did he have any sort of a thing round his neck? We would call them in England St. Christopher's. Did he have anything round his neck?
I mean, sometimes he would wear a cross or something, but I'm not sure. I mean, at times he did. I'm not sure that he had it on all the time, but.
And was there somewhere he went? And I'm suddenly sort of seeing like sort of a mountainous area, but there's a water. And I don't know if water came down the mountain, but would he have gone somewhere swimming in some sort of a lake or water?
Yes. Yes.
He makes me aware of that. And I'm seeing tents as well. Did he camp?
Yes.
Thank you. And I want quite grubby hands. So I don't know what he did or whether he's messing about with the bikes or what it was, but
yeah,
the hands are grubby. The hands are grubby.
Yes, because he used to work on bikes.
Okay. And he was he tells me he was a good mechanic.
Yes.
I was a
Yes.
good mechanic, he said. And
Yes.
that's the second time I've seen that. On these Harleys, was there any tassels coming out of the handlebars?
No, but he had a bell hanging, a bell that we had given him, that he had hung from the handlebars, I believe.
Okay, something
The
hanging down.
bell, wait. Go back to this saint. Could you explain about the bell really quickly, Carol, because I think that's what she's talking about.
Yes, whenever you ride a Harley, you're supposed to be gifted a bell, but you can't buy it for yourself. So someone has to gift it to you, and it's just supposed to keep evil away and kind of protect you from, bad things. And
Yeah.
so that's why we had purchased a bell for him.
So was there a St. Christopher on this bell, or that was a patron saint of keeping him safe? I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I see exactly what you were saying. He was a bit of a devil may care. And what I mean by that, nothing worried him.
Yeah, he's pretty carefree.
Nothing worried him, and it was never going to happen to him, but it did.
Exactly.
And it made the whole family rethink life and how fragile life is. You know,
100%.
one thing and you're gone. But sometimes they'll talk to me about this passing, and it was so quick. It was so quick. And I feel there was some damage on the back of the neck as well. There was something going on around the back of his neck.
Well, he really, yes, he just hit so hard that
Yeah.
it probably also,
Yeah. Okay. So that, he's just so excited to come in. I'm sure he's been in before because he feels quite good at maneuvering his way through from the back to come right through to the front with me. And now he's showing me medicine. Did you give him medicine as a kid? Was this special medicine he had to have, or
medicine?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't really on any kind of medication. I always gave him probiotics just because he had.
It's not a medicine. It's my granddad used to give me this stuff out of the bottle, and it sort of like a vitamin, multivitamin for you.
Oh, I used to constantly give him make him juice, this green juice.
Yeah,
and I used to have to mix it up, and I used to beg him to drink it because I didn't want us to get cancer.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's all that. And he shows me a compass. Now, a compass is a precision instrument. So I feel that when he worked on his bikes, he worked with such precision. And I don't feel he just worked on his, I feel he worked on other people as well.
Yes, definitely. That's
what
he did.
He shows me an L plate. I don't know if you have L plates, but we certainly have them here. So was somebody learning to ride a bike?
Well, he was helping friends, learn to ride. And he had one friend in particular that he was teaching because he was going to school with him.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need an L. And he shows me an Indian. Was there an Indian anywhere on the bike, on the tank, on a jacket?
I can't really think of that right now. Maybe he might have, he had a leather vest.
Yeah. Was there anything on the back of that?
He had, we don't have the vest. Unfortunately, he had it on and we didn't get it back when he had his accident. He had patches on there. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a patch with
an Indian head. That's because the bikes, they're apart from having Harleys, they had these bikes called Indies, which were very similar to a Harley. So whether he liked them, but that's what he's.
It could be. I think one of his friends had a motorcycle like that, and they used to trade off riding. Now that you say that,
yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, and I'm now seeing his teeth. Did he chip a front tooth or something wrong with the front of the tooth?
No.
Not
He
for the
had,
accident, through life. Did he ever chip a tooth?
well, he had braces and lots of dental work. But no, I don't remember actually him chipping a tooth.
Okay. All right. I can see a tooth that isn't right. So maybe they're the braces. I'm not going to make it fit, but I know he just drew me straight to his mouth. There was a problem with the front teeth.
Hmm.
Yeah. When this is taking you back, and I don't know if you get these books, but we've certainly got them in England. He shows me Peter Rabbit books.
Yes, we had those books. I used to, have lots of children's books. I read them when he was little, and I'm sure I have a Peter Rabbit book. And he had a bunny too. We got him a bunny for his birthday, a real bunny. So
Okay, that's
that
why
could be what
yeah.
could be what he's talking about.
Yeah, the Peter Rabbit book. All right. That's a funny thing to show me. Have you had any mice in the house?
Years ago we did. Years ago, and I think he screamed and he saw it in the kitchen, but I mean that was a long time ago. And yes,
he's making me aware of the mice. So
yeah.
And he gives me a birthday cake to come in. So you must have a family birthday coming up.
Well, my birthday just was a few days ago.
Well, I'll take that because he comes in with a birthday cake.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to give you, he shows me Christmas time. So he shows me a stocking being pinned up, but I feel he was an excitable kid. I feel he absolutely couldn't wait to get to bed, to get up to see what he'd got.
Oh yes, he was waking us all up. Even when he was older, he'd get mad at his brother because he wanted to get up, and I always hung stockings for them, and then on the morning of Christmas I would hang it on his door.
All right, well, I'm going to leave his love with you, and bless you, Carolyn. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful. That was a huge present for me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad that Irene was able to get in touch with you and send you the link. She's getting so technologically advanced. It's wonderful. So
I know. I was on my iPad and I was on my iPad putting in a listing, and her text popped up, and it was awesome. I thought, yes, I'll get on right now.
Okay. Have I got to stop, Elizabeth, or can I carry on?
If you would like to maybe do one more, that would be fine. I know that we've actually come up to the hour. You might be exhausted, but if
no, I'm not. No.
Like to stay on and listen to one more, we would love to have you. So.
All right. Now, this isn't a child, and I know you're all looking for children, and this is an elderly lady coming in here, but I know we're possibly going to get a child connection coming with her. And she's elderly. She would have walked with a walking aid. She's a mum. But I feel that she was my sort of height, so about 5'3". And I can see her sort of looking, and a lady that was quite firm with her beliefs in life, but the other side of her, there's so much love here, so much love coming in. And she makes me aware of a breathing problems here, and there's also a gentleman coming in as well to stand next to her, but I need a stroke victim with him. But with her, I know it was breathing problems that took her, but I feel, looking around at her surroundings, that she was taken into some kind of a we call them nursing homes over here. I don't know what you call them over there, but I feel that this is possibly mum and dad coming in here. Does anybody understand this?
I think it might be Suzanne Clokenga. Her mother actually just recently passed, and so this wouldn't be surprising. And Carla's saying it sounds like your grandmother. Candy's saying that that she had her mother in assisted living, but I think that Suzanne was saying so she could take the emphysema, and then the was it a stroke for the father? Is that right?
Yeah, there's a stroke.
Can you take both of those, Suzanne? Or let's see. are you saying yes or no? You need to answer me in the chat box, because then I have to find you if that's okay. Yes. So let's go to Suzanne, because for some reason okay, I'm going to ask you to unmute, and then I am going to pin your video, and then if this doesn't fit, then we can move on and see. Again, everybody's piggybacking, so don't ever feel like you're being left out. And if this is resonating with you, it's also coming for you as well. But go ahead, Pauline.
Where is this lady that I'm talking to? Can you
She's-
wave at me? Oh, hi, Suzanne. So you just recently lost mum.
About 2.5 months ago, yes.
Okay. And she was in a care home or being looked after?
Yeah, she spent the last 5 days in hospice.
In hospice. Okay. Couldn't have
Yeah.
had better care, bless her. All right. And you would understand what I said, that she was lovely, but if she wanted to say something, you would have had to have mind your P's and Q's as a kid growing up.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. And now what about this gentleman that came in? I feel he had a stroke. Did you recognize him at all?
That could be my father.
And he definitely had a stroke.
He had several small strokes.
Oh, bless his heart. Okay, so they're both here, but he would have gone first.
Oh yeah,
He would
2000.
have gone first. All right. And she shows me roses. Now, she either loved them, or that roses were a memorial, or is it even the name of Rose? But I know roses are very important here.
I'm frozen now. It's probably going to come to me later. I'm not sure about that. I mean, she loved flowers.
Right. Okay. As I'm working with her again, she just wants you to say that there's something going on in your heart, Suzanne, that makes you feel that you didn't do enough. You did everything you possibly could.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
you possibly could.
Yeah.
She was in pain, but they were giving her meds for that.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
sometimes she was lapsing in and out of consciousness.
Yes.
But when the
Yes.
final time came, she slipped away quite quickly.
Yes. Once she made up her mind.
It's palm trees coming in again. She talks about Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. So was this a religious lady as well? She go to church or?
She went to church, but
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just need to find out where the Palm Sunday comes into this. Did she belong to some form of a religion where she would give up stuff for Lent or something like that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, all right, I'm going to leave that there. But she comes forward. She's got a fan here. So did you buy her a fan?
No.
I'm just talking about one you'd hold. And
I don't think so, no.
Can I interrupt just very quickly, because Carla keeps saying that would be my grandmother. Yep, me, OMG, yes. So all of these things about Palm Sunday, about the fan and those things, I don't want to interrupt Suzanne, but I think that maybe, again, this is piggybacking. Maybe we could bring her on as well as Suzanne. Is that okay? And just have both of them be able to speak. Have to find Carla. Here we go. I'm asking you to unmute. And then hi there. So Carla.
Right.
Hi, yes, everything's resonating with me from my grandmother to my grandfather as well. So he died of a stroke years prior to her passing, and a very religious lady, and Palm Sunday was a big thing in our home.
Right.
The fans we had was we would go to like pilgrimages,
Yeah.
and she would buy a fan for myself and her, and we'd be fanning in the bus, because back then there was no air conditioning or whatnot, and we would use that, but they were all religious fans as well.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, that's fitting a lot better. And was there also this lapsing in and out of consciousness towards the end of
yes, yes,
Yeah.
it was, yes.
But I see her, she sat herself up now, and I see her taking sweets, like Malteser type of
Yes.
sweets.
Yes.
So she must have loved these sweets.
Yes, and she was diabetic and should not have had them, but we would sneak them in.
Absolutely not. All right, but she cheated. She tells me she cheated.
Yes.
And she liked fruitcake, and she liked
Yes.
cake. Okay. I feel that she's left many wonderful memories with you, but
Yes.
also a standard. There's a standard coming in here with this lady. So I'm so pleased that you could understand all of it. So
Yes.
I'm going to leave that love with you, and bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now,
Thank
where's the other lady I was working with, and she understood everything till I went to Palm Sunday? Hello. I do feel definitely that we had your mum here as well. Definitely. Would your mum have had similar colouring hair to you in her younger day?
Yes.
Because that's how she came in. They never come in as an old lady with white hair. My dad always
she didn't like being old, so I'm not surprised.
My dad always comes as a 50-year-old. So so I just need to come back here because I know that she was here as well. And as Elizabeth said, they do, once they know that they're going to shut me down, then they'll get on the back and another one will come. But she does come with
she's kind of a nag, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, lots of love. And do you actually have a real handkerchief of hers?
Is that what you're seeing? A handkerchief?
A handkerchief.
Are you sure it's not a Kleenex?
No, this is why I said to you, a real handkerchief.
No, quite the opposite. In fact, I told her that it was a full-time job picking up all her Kleenexes.
Okay, well, I just want to pop back up to Carla again. Did you have a handkerchief belonging to this lovely lady?
Need to unmute.
Yes.
You did. Okay. So you see how they're just grabbing hold of each other. But if there's anything about the Kleenex, then I'll accept that as well, picking up the Kleenex. And which one of them had a problem with talcum powder? It was everywhere.
My grandmother. She everywhere. It was an Italian talcum powder, but it was everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely everywhere. So I'm going to leave that love with both of you. You with your mom. And with your wonderful
Thank you.
mom. And bless you all. Thank you for
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Pauline, for being with us today. This was just amazing. And it's such a nice thing to have right before the holidays. And there are so many different holidays that are coming up very soon here. And also on this very stressful day for us here in the United States, no matter what side anyone is on, it's a nail biter. So this has taken our attention away from that. I also just feel so grateful for you to be here from the UK. I know it's late at night there. And I know that you all are entering quarantine tomorrow. So our hearts are with you. And knowing that it's not easy, we've been through this as well. Lots of people are writing beautiful things in the chat box. As a matter of fact, I'd love to be able to just send you the information from the chat box. I want to just quickly also say, I'd like to put this on YouTube. If anyone who received a reading today would not like to have that reading included on the YouTube video, please let me know and I can work to slice it out. But I'd really like for other parents to be able to see what was said today, because I think that everything was uplifting and healing. And I am wishing you the happiest of the rest of this Wednesday. And hopefully we will know something by maybe Friday and know what's happening in our country, and have a very, very wonderful rest of the day. Okay. Thank you.
Everyone can unmute themselves and just say thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye to me.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Pauline.
Thank you.
So beautiful.